How are we going? Have a look at this weather today. From one extreme to the other. Look at the mess. Just blowing like there's no tomorrow, folks. It hasn't really rained properly, but we're gonna go check out the veggie garden because I'm really concerned the state it's gonna be in with all this high wind. Look at the mess on the road here. All the branches, all the leaves, all the bark's been stripped off the trees. One tree's fallen over, that's not too bad. Oh no. Check this out, what a mess. Look at this. Everything's blown out from under the table. How are these holding up? Our little trial going on. They're okay. They're getting the water now from the rain above. That's all that matters. Look at this mess. Have a look at this. And my broad beans. Oh, that's what I was meant to tie up this morning because I saw them yesterday. Look at this. Look at this mess. Oh, folks. Destruction. Oh, bugger me. Well, there's a topic for you. Prepare your garden for bad weather, especially high winds, and especially with your broad beans. They need to be tied up. Every year I normally tie them up. I never got around to them this year, so I've got to tie them up like that, stabilise them, otherwise they're going to break completely. Well, what do you do when the weather turns nasty like this? What do you expect? The garden's going to hold off okay. You know, all the leafy greens are okay. I can't complain about those. In actual fact, the lettuces love them. They're taking off. The carrots are starting to form. These are baby carrots, by the way. I'm going to use the umbrella to point. You can see them there. So these aren't the normal big carrots, they're baby carrots. And they're doing really well, so we should get a harvest out of those very soon. Well, let's go and check out the big malacas because I haven't looked at them for about a week. They're well protected. They've got on the other leaf coming through. Nice. And it's nice and warm in here too. No heat, mate. It's just, you know, the moisture in it, I suppose, and because it's enclosed. You can see the other leaves are coming through now. They're starting to form beautifully. These will be ready to transplant soon. They need to grow up a little bit more. Let's have a look underneath. Any roots coming through? Yep, we've got some there. You can see that little tiny hair coming through. That's an indicator that they're starting to push through. So they need a little bit longer, and it's important that you let them grow properly and form their roots. You don't want them to collapse as you're pulling them out. So give them another week in here, maybe 2 weeks. Then I'll transplant them into larger pots, into a 3-inch little pot or a punnet. Let's close this now. And when they get like that, folks, don't be scared to start liquid feeding them. You should have been already from the beginning. They need to be liquid fed. Using our Liquid Gold and Eco Butch half strength every fortnight if you like. You can do it almost every week because that's what the growers do. They actually water or irrigate their seedlings in a controlled environment with a liquid fertilizer. Whatever choice they have on a fertilizer, it's up to them, but that's what they do. So as they get their water, they get a bit of a feed at the same time. And for us, it's all about the bacterial count, the microbial count, making sure that little potting mix that we've got in there, which is our planting mix, and you can see how healthy they are. They grow well in that, and the microbe count is high, and that way the plant is strong and resilient. We did lose a few earlier on, and that's because of my bad management. I let them dry out for too long a period. So make sure your seedlings are kept hydrated, away from this sort of weather, and tie up your plants. They need to be tied up because they're going to fall over. Don't put all that effort into them, especially young trees. Now that you've planted your bare-rooted fruit trees and citrus, tie them up, stabilise them because they won't set their roots properly in the ground now that they're growing. Check out our website, Vasili'sGarden.com, and if you're watching this little episode as it's uploading, switch over to 693 AM dial. That's 6:30 AM on 3AW Weekend Gardening with me and Darren James. Give us a call if you've got a gardening problem. Otherwise, enjoy a hopefully better day than it is today when you're watching this, and take advantage of our weekend specials on Vasili'sGarden.com. Superfood is discounted, and so are all our vegetable seeds. From me, Vasili, Maresi.